Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of the TD Ranking Show. I'm Chris and I'm here, co-host Tyler, and we are very excited to dive in to the AP Preseason Top 25. Tyler, what are your first thoughts just by glancing over it?
I mean, they can't get it right. We know this.
No,
I mean,
they can't.
No, we know this. I mean, that's why we're here to break it down before we give ours later. We're going to give ours out on, I think it's the 30th or the 29th. I don't know. It'll be right before the season starts. Actually, no, it will be the 30th, the 31st. 31st is when we'll drop our rankings. But, first, we're just going to give you our thoughts about how crap the AP poll is. Because, they, like I said, they can't get it right. So we're going to give you some thoughts going forward. Do you want to start with Ohio State?
Yeah, let's dive right into it. First, I think it's obviously a very fair ranking. National champions, Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sayin. I'm pretty high on Julian Sayin this year, so I think the number one spot for them is pretty fair. I think they've earned it, but they're gonna have to earn it throughout the year as well. I mean, early on with Texas, there's gonna be some things that pop up there.
No.
But I think they deserve the one spot. You don't think so?
Dude, no, they don't.
Who deserves the one?
They lost so many players. Like, I know the whole thing is reloading, but like, they lost so many players. They didn't even win a fucking postseason game last year. They went 0-2. They beat a bad Michigan team with a gooner coaching staff, and like what? They got blanked by Indiana. They got blanked by Miami. This team does not deserve to be first. Oregon returns more than them. Notre Dame does. Texas does, and Indiana. Like they should be top 4 in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that as a hater and a homer for Michigan. Like let's just
sounds a little bit like
what
that.
It is, guys. No. I still think they're a favorite to win, but
if we're going based just off last year, then Indiana should be number 1, right? If we're going based off last year, Tyler, if that's our opinion, we should put Indiana 1. But that's not how this works.
Whatever. I'll go to number 2 right now. I'll go to number 2 right now.
Okay. Oregon
should be over Ohio State. They return a lot more. They perform better in the playoffs. I like their quarterback better than Julian. I mean, Dante, and then they got Raiola as a backup. They have the best backup in the country.
That's where we differ. I don't think Dante Moore is going to live up to the standards everybody holds him to this year. I'm not.
We did watch him.
Yeah. Me and Tyler were there at Indiana versus Oregon. That was a tough watch. I'm just not on the Dante Moore train. And Oregon's a team for me personally that they just got to prove it. They got to go out and prove it and do it when it matters. Time and time again, you always hear about Oregon. They're always this team, Dan Lanning. They're going to dominate. They're going to be a playoff, like national finals. Like they're going to win it all. And then they never do. So I'm just not bought in on Oregon. Now, will I give them the 2 spot? Yes, because I do believe right now, like 1-2, I do think Ohio State, Oregon is relatively fair. I think they're interchangeable. I would put Ohio State 1, but I think they're interchangeable. But I don't know. Oregon's just got to prove it for me.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Chris. So you saying Oregon needs to prove it? They got a little bit of Penn State in them. They really do. They have all these expectations. I know it's not. And that's not shade. But like you saying it, they've been like this for like last 5, honestly forever. They never won a national title. But I mean,
so what makes that fair to put them there? Like Penn, like
you're right.
There's no reason.
I'm gonna go back on what I just said. You know what? Put them at number 2. That's fine. They don't deserve 1 until they actually beat someone. You know what? I go back on what I said.
Thank you.
Got it.
Rare victory.
Now
I'll take that.
A team that doesn't matter where they're ranked at all is Notre Dame. They're in the playoff. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
You know what, Tyler? Pull up that schedule for me. Please pull up their schedule. I would love to see their schedule.
Look how dog shit easy this is. Look at this. The only team they're gonna win, the only game they could lose all year is Miami. The only game, and they get it at home. Like, look at this home stint. 4 straight home games to close out the year, and then at Syracuse. Whatever. What do you got to say?
I mean, I do think Notre Dame is going to be good. Like I think CJ Carr is going to perform at a very high level this year. But like you said, it doesn't matter. Like, with this special little rule they got this year, which is so bullshit, by the way. If you're a college football consumer at all, you should honestly not like Notre Dame, like just because of something like that. And the Notre Dame fans will try to defend it. If you try to defend it, you're just a loser. End of the day, end of story. There is no defending that. You should not get an automatic handout for just because like you're a little bit different. Like I don't care. Like they have a pretty light schedule this year. I mean, if they lose one game, who cares? They could lose 2 games.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's only one game that matters.
Like Notre Dame in the 3. Congrats on your 3.
I'll catch him in December.
Yeah,
I'll catch him in
we'll see
December.
what happens.
That's the only time I'll tune in, except that one Miami game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But moving on down here, Georgia at the 4. I find it to be pretty fair, only because the biggest question mark for them is Gunnar Stockton. They have, first of all, biggest issue with Georgia, Mike Bobo, offense coordinator. That guy will run that program into the ground with screen passes and just ruin their offense. I mean, Georgia, for the past 5 to 6 years, hasn't necessarily been known for their offense, and when they won a national title, it was pretty good. So like when it clicks, it clicks. But
that's embedded, dude.
When it's not, it's not. You know what I mean? And when you don't have the postman there whipping the ball around, that worries me a little bit, especially Gunnar. He's a dog, but I just don't think he has it to where he's going to take him to a national title.
I mean, I agree with you. This 4 spot's good, and it honestly might just be their ceiling. They might stick around this 4 all year.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just like, again, like you said, it is with Gunnar. I'm not impressed by him. He can't throw it further than 5 yards down the field. Georgia fans know that. If you disagree, I know your team better than you do, I guess. But I mean, yeah, they're basically just competing for the SEC with the number 15, Texas. It's kind of just going to be them 2 this year. I think Texas has a higher ceiling with Arch. I'm fine with them here at 5. It'd probably be similar to what we'll end up doing. I'm not sure what their schedule is off the top of my head. I'm actually going to take a look real quick. It's difficult. It is an SEC schedule. We'll give them that. But I mean, I guess Ohio State. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're gonna. Honestly, the one thing I do like about Texas is there's so many prove it games. I mean, especially with Arch. I mean, Arch is just gonna have to show it this year. Which also leads back to the same thing as Gunnar, don't you think? Like
Arch didn't impress me at all last year. The best game he had all year was he was showing out against some like Sam Houston guys, like flexing on him in the end zone. Like, that. Dude, it's like Sam Houston is like basically a community college. Come on, dude. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it'll be really interesting this year. I do think that's fair. That I honestly see a world where you could put Texas above Georgia. But at the end of the day, I think it's pretty fair if we're going off what Georgia has done in the past and what Texas has done in the past. So I guess you got to give them that.
Yeah, I like it for the preseason. What do you think about the champion being 6th in the preseason? Reigning champ.
I mean, some people are really not going to like this take. I could put them at 10. I could put them lower. And some people aren't going to like that. But, I mean, losing a starting quarterback like Fernando Mendoza and also losing key pieces like Kalen Black in the backfield. You lose your wide receiver 1. They kept a lot of great pieces on defense, at least. They had some guys come back that were 5th years by NCAA injunction, that's a whole nother rabbit hole we don't need to get down. But I would put them lower. I'm honestly, I would move Indiana down. And I know a lot of people might not like that based off like they were the champions last year. And I have a lot of respect for Cignetti. I mean, if anybody can do it again, it could be him. But I would be comfortable putting them in like a 7 or 8 spot, maybe even lower. I mean, maybe not that much lower actually, but I would put them around. Like, I'd be okay putting them lower.
So, what actually worries me, I honestly agree with you. We could put them at 8 or 10. Is like Cignetti said they retained everyone they wanted, got everything they wanted. But like, and he is probably the best coach in the country. Like, let's be real with that.
Yeah.
With roster construction. But he said the only guy they didn't retain they wanted was Alberto Mendoza. So thinking about that is like, I'm a little bit worried about the quarterback play. I forget exactly the guy's name they have. I forget where he transferred from, and I'm a little bit embarrassed about not knowing that for my ball knowledge sake. But like I said, it could be 9 or 10 for me. But he is, again, I gotta trust him. He just won a title, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And also, I like to put this in as a disclaimer for those watching this on YouTube or wherever. These tier things right here, these are just in here. We didn't edit these, so if you like, don't take that into account if you're reading this. I just wanted to say that just for like OCD's sake. But
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. By the way, the runner-up last year, Miami, right behind Indiana. I think Miami should be higher, personally. They returned a lot. They have a better quarterback than Beck, in my opinion. He has all year to prove it as well and get better. Miami's got a piss easy schedule. They play in the ACC. The ACC is like literally just give Miami the ACC trophy now. They never won one, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Miami's never won an ACC championship. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that.
I guess that's for the people at home. But yeah, I'm fine with them at 7. It's funny they wanted to keep them under Indiana, but they could be higher in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly okay right where they are. I mean, I could bump them up just like you said above Indiana or below Indiana. I mean, toss up, but I wouldn't toss them above too many people above them. Maybe Texas, maybe. But the thing is, like, Miami just got so hot last year. That's like, will that happen again? I don't know. But Darian has a lot on his shoulders, in my opinion. Like, a lot on his shoulders. There's so much riding on him. I think he's a great quarterback. I mean, you saw so much of him at Duke. Like, he was unbelievable, in my opinion. I think he's going to mesh pretty well out there. And then you have a kid like Tony on the outside that's just an absolute lightning bolt. So it's going to be interesting. And they returned Fletcher, right? He came back. They're running back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's so many weapons there.
They're good, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's another quarterback situation. But we'll see. We'll see. I think where they are is pretty fair.
Yeah, and next team, Texas A&M, perfectly fine with them at 8. Nothing more to add.
Yeah, I mean, what's so hard about them, man? It's just like Marcel Reed is such a talent. And I was one of the guys last year that was so delusional on them in the playoff. Like, I thought A&M was going to make a really deep run, and that's my fault for believing in the Aggies ever. So, you know what? I'm fine with them there. And honestly, I could argue lower, and I'll leave it at that.
I mean, yeah, but like, you put Ole Miss above them? No.
Nah.
I could argue Ole Miss lower. I don't know what the fuck Ole Miss is doing here top 10. He's never been a head coach.
I know that's fair, but dude, they're going. It hurts me as a Mississippi State fan to say this, but I do think Ole Miss should be higher on this AP poll. Not a lot of people will agree with this sentiment, but I think that roster is loaded. They brought back. You're looking at Lacey back in that backfield again. You're bringing back Chambliss. I mean, the guys that made that team run well are all coming back. That defense is looking great. Now, they did lose their wide receiver 1. They did lose, I think they lost a wide receiver 2. But they have a guy that can step up and be wide receiver 1 and lead. But my point being, when your biggest question mark is just the new head coach who has already been there for so long and knows the players, knows the team, knows how they gel, I mean, I think Ole Miss is I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people. So I would argue to put them above A&M, honestly.
Not like a fan right now.
I'm just being unbiased in this tape.
I'm messing with you.
I'm being unbiased.
Messing with you.
It hurts me to say it too. I mean, it hurts me to say it. I don't love to say it, but I like them a lot. And you know what? I'd rather see Ole Miss perform better than LSU. I'll say it.
You know what? I agree with you right there. And not to skip over Oklahoma, but that's a good segue, and I'm going to use it. Fuck Oklahoma, low-key. But fuck LSU. What are they doing this high? Honestly, like, what do they really have that's like, yeah, they're top 10 material. Well, I guess 11. But, like, I guess we'll call it playoff material.
The only reason why they're there, bro, is they got kicked and they had a transfer.
I know. It's publicity.
Like, that's all it is, man.
I don't even think Levitt's that good, man. I don't think he had such a...
I think Levitt.
Okay.
He got...
You're right. That's me being too anti-lane. You're right. That's fair.
Good one.
You're right.
Good handout.
You're right.
respect
Fair enough.
I
Yeah,
respect
I'm
that.
right here.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But they could be lower, like genuinely. Like
No,
if they were to play Texas Tech tomorrow,
You think they beat
I don't
Alabama
know.
tomorrow? Spot the ball. They beat Alabama tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think they would get one.
Yes, call me crazy. I could put LSU in the 15.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
don't
reason
hate that
they
at all.
should be in the 11. No reason. I'm
Fuck 'em.
sorry, LSU faithful, if you're watching. Actually, you know what?
That is just the voters, dude. That's
really
the
is.
voters. The voters like, oh, Lane, we love you.
Lane, we
Like,
love
no,
you
dude.
so much. I cannot wait for you to be at LSU for 2 years, then leave them in a horrible spot.
We love that you've never literally won anything. You don't have a single like thing in your trophy case except like one Ole Miss bowl win against Penn State. Was it right?
Yeah,
Peach
it was.
Bowl?
It was.
That's like the only thing he's ever won. Because you can't count the playoff because he wasn't there. He wasn't coaching. He's not won anything ever. And why are we putting him in the top 12 preseason? I just like whatever.
Yeah, I mean the only thing he has going for him is
yeah.
yoga classes with college girls that treat him like a god. And we know what he does with those college girls, folks. But let's keep moving on here. Let's talk to Texas
Helps
Tech.
them study.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else would I be talking about? Texas Tech in the 12 spot. I'll say it. They need to go down. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, so many people are going to be like, oh, well, they have these many guys. Look, they lost Jacob Rodriguez, one of the best middle linebackers in the country. Probably also should have been in New York. Instead, they brought Diego Pavia, but that's another conversation. Should have been in New York. Should have low-key been. But... Yeah. And then they have the quarterback issue. Now, word on the street, Tommy Cassiano has got his injunction, and he's going to Texas Tech, which,
dude,
I don't know how this is all allowed anymore. That's the state of college athletics. It's a little scary. But I'm just not sold.
Someone nuke Texas Tech. Honestly. Yeah, just get them out.
Honestly.
Just get them out.
I mean,
stop.
Still
Let's
dirty.
stop.
They're playing dirty football. The whole Sorsby stuff was ridiculous.
Look at their stupid fucking new logo. Look at that dog shit. Like, remember that old logo? Yes, dude. What is that? That sucks.
I mean, you know what that logo would look good on though is like a Rose Bowl helmet.
It would, or like one of those retro tees. Yeah, and I like how it more retro.
But outside of that, we're not fucking with it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah, but to add to that, like they're gonna be in the playoff. I feel very much as like Texas Tech is what Miami is to the ACC. Texas Tech is to the Big 12. Just hand them the damn trophy. Like no one's gonna beat them. They just outspend everyone. It doesn't matter. I mean, the schedule is awful. They don't play Utah. They don't play BYU. They're gonna be in here. They're gonna be in the top 12. They're gonna be in the playoff. It doesn't matter. It's another like Notre Dame, Miami. Like it doesn't matter where they are. They're not gonna play a single competitive game all year except maybe once, and then we'll see what they do in the postseason.
Yeah.
Let's go to Bama. They're fine here. First time they've been outside the top 10 since I don't know when it was exactly, but a long time. Like probably like 15 years, if I had to guess. Kind of fine with him here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what's his name? DeBoer hasn't done a great job. But he's,
I mean,
top 15 each year.
It's just one of those things. Like, I agree. I wouldn't move them down. I wouldn't move them up. I mean, they got a lot to prove, honestly, this year with DeBoer. DeBoer has a lot to prove. And then they have Russell at QB this year. There's just going to be a lot of question marks, and I'm really interested to watch them this year, honestly. Just from like are we about to see the trend of Alabama down? I mean, I don't know. Because this could be the real start of a downfall of a historic program. Not downfall, but downfall in terms of Alabama. We'll see.
I mean, I don't feel bad for them, dude. I mean, they had the greatest run. They had their time. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. If they go down into nothingness for their standard, but like a subpar top 25 team each year, like a Missouri, get to Missouri later. But who cares? Whatever. SC. What do you think about SC? What do you think about Lincoln?
I think
they're fine here. I think they're gonna be good, man.
All right.
I like
Here's
him.
my
I
hot
might
take.
put him a little higher.
Here's my hot take.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, you're not gonna like this one, but this is my biggest team circled on this rankings. That is the most overrated team in college football. Every single year they get away with this, getting ranked way too high just because of Lincoln Riley. It's always been the case. It's honestly just like Lane Kiffin. It's almost so similar. Just Lincoln Riley's not a tool bag. But I do think it's actually, you know what? Lincoln Riley's a little bit of a tool bag, but not as big of a tool bag, I guess.
He's not going to yoga classes.
Yeah,
with
yeah. You know what?
Local college.
There's
schools,
different.
okay?
There's different terms of.
There's a step here. There's a big step.
There's the big step.
But like, as far as like the media just wanting to, I'm not gonna say it on air, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that is similar. That is similar levels of nonsense.
Of what they
but
want.
you know, as far as you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways,
my
it's kind of
point
weird,
being-
dude.
No,
Sorry,
you gotta let me finish here. Thank you very much.
You go.
Pull up their schedule for me, please, Tyler.
Okay. It's a hard schedule, by the way. It's a hard schedule.
This Big Ten schedule and the constant USC problem, which is the question marks on defense. This number 14 spot is way too aggressive. Just looking at the schedule, not only they have Oregon, they have Washington, they have Penn State, they have Ohio State, they have Indiana. I see 3 losses at least on this schedule. So like, is 14?
They could get in at 93.
I could see more. And another reason to that is going to be the quarterback. I mean, everyone's talking about, I don't know how to say his last name. I don't want to butcher it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to give it a try. Maeva. Thank you so much. Either way, everyone's glazing him on paper, but we're going to have to see. I mean, I think they're way too high. I would feel comfortable with them in like a 17. I mean, I think Michigan should be above USC, in my opinion. I just think, that's my opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, defense wins championships. Michigan has a way better defense. They have the same, in my opinion, quality quarterback. Yeah, Bryce Underwood. Oh, man, I'm going to get on the Bryce Underwood ramble. I'm not going to ramble about Bryce Underwood for too long. But
not for this episode.
Not for this episode. Anyways, I think they're overrated. Let's push it on
now. BYU, it's just crumble cookie university. You know, if they can get into the playoff, they can get into the playoff. They got big game against Notre Dame. Probably gonna lose it. Let's be honest. Probably gonna lose by like 20, maybe 18, or 17. We'll see. I don't have any faith in them. They might beat Utah. They'll probably beat Utah. They're definitely like the second best team in the Big 12. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of fine with them here. Maybe hair lower, power ranking wise lower, but I don't know who I would rank above them. So I kind of think they got this one right, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too. I mean, they're gonna have a pretty weak schedule, and they're gonna lose probably a game or two, and it is what it is. I mean, they do the same thing every year. We know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they'll lose like 1 game, 2 games, and they'll be on the cusp, and then whatever. Anyway, Michigan. I want to go here. I'm very interested to see what we look like after we somehow went 9-3 last year with a shell of a coaching staff. Not even a shell. Our coach was getting blackmailed to have bad players get playing time, and Bryce Underwood didn't have a quarterback coach, and I'm very interested to see where the ceiling is. But then again, I did see what was on the field, and I'm worried about development. And it's another new system after a new one was just implemented, so I don't know where we're gonna be. I am perfectly fine with Michigan at 16. I think they nailed it, honestly. Even in the votes, the points, if you're looking at it on the AP, it's BYU, Gap, Michigan, Gap, Washington. So I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
I think they got it.
I'm fine with it here. I mean, I just think there's a lot to prove. I think Bryce Underwood needs to prove so much this season.
They have a hard schedule. I think Michigan gonna get in at 9-3. I really do, because we got 4 playoff teams on our schedule from last year, and Penn State and Iowa.
I think a 3-loss season would be
a great year
season for Michigan, right?
I think it'd be a great year. 10 would be fantastic. If it's 10, I'm.
Yeah, I mean, if you got, I realistically see 4 losses. However, if it's 3, that's great.
They get 1. I think they'll get Oklahoma or
We'll have to see.
Indiana.
We'll have to see. I mean, you still have tough tests on that schedule though. Outside of those guys,
True.
I mean,
True.
Iowa
UTEP, dude.
always
UTEP's
gonna be a
dangerous. I
pick,
hear.
too. Iowa always be
UTEP's
close.
dangerous.
Washington here at the 17 spot. You know, I said this off the air before we started recording the Tyler. I just think they're too high, man. I mean, they're talented. They're talented. Don't get me wrong, but the Big Ten's grind is just gonna wear them down, man. And then Williams Jr. at the helm. I mean, I like him, but I just don't see it. I personally think they should be lower. I don't know what you think, Tyler, but I would put them a little bit lower.
It's just, I kind of feel like after, like, Michigan honestly feels like a gateway team. Because, like I said, they won 9 games last year. I don't know how, but they did. And it's like, I feel like everyone below them, you can kind of just put whatever. And I'm not putting Michigan on any sort of pedestal here. I don't think we're good. But, like, there's 8 Big Ten teams ranked. There's 9 SEC teams ranked. They're all going to be battling, right? And I'm curious to see, like, I think you could put Washington at 23, or you could put, SMU at 17. We'll see. Like, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. But, yeah, I don't hate them here at 17. That's fine. But, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you see on our rankings that they're a lot closer to the 25 spot. I don't know if they will be 25. I don't know, but it's kind of a jumble here. We're guessing, if we're being completely fair and honest. We're guessing.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with that, honestly. I feel like the one thing the AP, not to compliment them because the AP always gets it wrong, but the only thing they typically do kind of do a good job of in preseason is the bottom half, because the bottom half is just so hard to. It's just so hard with these teams. Like they're so close to each other, in my opinion. Like Tennessee could be 17, Washington could be 20, and I would be like, yeah, that's great. That's great.
I wouldn't blame.
So the bottom is pretty tough.
That makes sense.
Dive into the bottom half of this for you guys as crazy as we did the top 15.
Yeah.
But we can kind of scroll through them here. I'm not going to dive in too much. I know there's one team Tyler kind of wanted to talk about. Maybe 2 actually. Now that I'm looking at them.
Yeah, I got like 2 teams.
Yeah, but
do you have any like specifics yourself? Or
no? I mean, I feel like Penn State's at 18 is relatively fair.
The Penn State Cyclones.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many question marks there. Now they could have a high ceiling, but they have a pretty low floor in my opinion too. Some people might not agree with that, but I mean, it's year 1 with Matt Campbell. So
real quick, just take a look at this schedule.
Yeah, go for it.
There's only like 2.
I mean, we have a relatively
the hardest game you play is USC or
Michigan. It's the first time in a long time Penn State's had a easy schedule. Like,
I know.
Had to deal
with
somebody.
Crazy.
So this is great. I mean,
there's one guaranteed loss on there, and it's at Michigan. Penn State cannot win at Michigan.
I mean, yeah,
that's a fact.
They do have a hard time at Michigan every year. But you know what? If that's our one guaranteed loss, I'll take it.
11-1, you're in, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, another team I kind of want to talk about real quick is Tennessee. I mean, I really like where they are at 20, and my reasoning.
I think they're going to be disappointing this year.
I agree, but my reasoning, if you want to check on their schedule for me real quick, Tyler, I'd like to explain to you why. Sorry, I drink this monster too fast. But I mean, we're setting up for the classic Tennessee. We're setting up for it. Ready? Here we go. Look at that schedule. Georgia Tech's going to give them a tough test, but they're going to beat them. And then they're going to Texas.
Kennesaw State, man.
Yeah, they're going to go into Texas 3-0. That means Tennessee will eventually get up because they start the year at 20. They'll get up to the 15 spot, maybe the 12.
Oh, my God.
Because they're going to freak it out. They're going to pump up that game and make it way bigger than it is because that's classic committee bias there. They're going to find a way to get them in the 13-14 just for Tennessee to choke. Once again, another big football game. And then they fall back down to the 17-18. At the end of the year, they're going to come out with some disappointing losses. Probably end the season with 5-6, in my opinion. And Heupel's on the hot seat, probably fired. That's my take.
They'll fire him.
Nope.
But, like,
get him the fuck out.
I think he's got
the seat is toasty. The seat is toasty. We'll
see.
When you're on the butt warmer and there's you have the selection of how hot you
It
want
is
the
Tennessee.
warmer.
I'll give you.
There's
I'll give
2
you.
out of the 3. It's getting toasty.
Like I think they lose to Bama and Texas and A&M.
Man, they have
yeah,
a
I think that's
schedule, dude. I didn't
3
even
losses.
really look at their schedule.
It's not that bad.
I mean, they're losing to Texas.
LSU's like, how good is LSU really? And how good is Alabama?
No, I agree, but they're gonna lose those. It's Tennessee.
Texas and A&M is a guaranteed loss. I agree with
Texas,
you on that, but
yeah, and they're gonna lose
honestly,
to
this is
Auburn. I see 4 to 5 losses, maybe. I say 4 to 5.
Where's the 5th?
I'm going.
What?
I'm going LSU loss, A&M loss.
Really? At home, you think they're gonna lose to LSU?
Yep, especially if the lane train is rolling. If they're rolling.
I guess maybe the team quits on Heupel. We'll
Yeah,
see.
Alabama loss, Texas loss, and then they're bound every year they lose a fluke game. They've done it as long as I watch Tennessee football. I mean, am I wrong? You're laughing.
They honestly, you know what? I'm calling it right now. Georgia Tech is going to beat them.
Okay.
I'm calling it right now.
That's fine. But then
At Tech,
that kind of takes away my whole hypothesis. But
well,
that's
whatever.
fine. That's fine.
Sorry,
whatever.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, I don't matter. Fuck me. Anyways, moving
I
on.
want to talk about a team real quick. real quick. Why the fuck is Missouri ranked? Why
what did they do? What did they do to deserve this 25 spot?
Nothing. It's an SEC school they could throw in. And I'm not... Hang on. The ESPN owns this shit, right? A lot of the people that vote are ESPN people. ESPN owns the rights to the SEC. And I'm not saying it's a big propaganda machine. Maybe a little bit. But it's a great conference. Top 2 conference for sure. But Missouri has no right to be in. It is just a game to be propped in to make someone prop up whoever they lose to. Because they're going to beat whoever the fuck. They're just good enough to beat the dog shit teams in the SEC. And they're just bad enough to maybe hang around for 2 quarters. Like, they're going to start off 5-0, maybe. And they might be 4, I don't know. They're sort of like 5-0, and then Texas A&M's gonna beat them like, oh wow, Texas A&M, holy shit, they beat them by like 30. Missouri sucks. They don't have a quarterback. Drake they had that one good year. What in 23?
Oh my gosh, that's a head coach. If there's a head coach I hate the most in the SEC, it's Drinkwitz. He is literally one of the most unlikable head coaches ever. He talks the most shit to anybody that wants to hear it, but then when he plays a big game,
Missouri,
they shit down their leg, and then he's like, well, we just didn't have it. We just didn't have it today. It's like, well, Drink, I wonder why.
Funding.
You guys are ass, dude. You guys are ass. You're an average head coach at best, and you honestly, just in my opinion, if you did not have the Missouri job, you would not be coaching the SEC. Well, whatever.
But, I'd rather see them ranked over Clemson, because Clemson has done shit, okay? I'm not throwing shit at Clemson right now, but like
that sounds like
Clemson is
super, Clemson right now.
Clemson would be super lazy to throw in there at 25. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah,
like,
but
I want to see Clemson
anybody else.
Throwing
anybody in the 25 is lazy, in my opinion. Like anybody that gets the 25 spot 9 times out of 10, unless it's a G5 that you think sneaky, because this podcast loves the G5s, guys. We're just gonna throw that out there. G6, whatever, man. There's just so many stupid little freaking conferences. Point being, you just throw anybody out there. I mean, it's 25 always ends up being lazy.
I would like to see like TCU or Boise ranked or another Big 12 school. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Again, they don't need to be ranked. They will not be ranked. I can guarantee that they will not be ranked in our preseason poll. From 31st. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Honestly, there's Iowa. They'll be in the 20s all year. I guarantee it. But anything else any other team to just really pick on? I was gonna say somebody like Houston. I think they have a really easy schedule. They're gonna be ranked all year in the AP poll. I don't think they'll be ranked in ours initially, but they'll probably just win enough games where they will be. But we'll see where that goes.
They'll have to earn their way.
Any comment on the receiving votes teams over here?
I mean,
other than Clemson,
I honestly, bro, I'm circling Florida. I'm a big fan of their new head coach. That's personally because I interned in the Sun Belt for a couple years, and I worked with him a few times.
How am I blanking on his name right now?
I'll give you 15 seconds.
Summerall.
Yes.
John Summerall.
Wow, that was fast. I'm glad you got there that fast. Yeah, Summerall. I mean, I love Summerall. I've saw him at Troy for years. when I interned within the Sun Belt. He won a Sun Belt Conference championship there. I mean, he's a great guy. Took the time. The one thing I really like about Summerall, he takes the time to meet everybody. I was just on staff with the Sun Belt, helping as a little guy, and he took the time, shake my hand, thank me. I mean, that might be bias. Obviously, this actually probably is a lot of bias, but I am a big fan
No,
how
this is
he
an
does
unbiased
things,
podcast.
how he coaches, how he builds like camaraderie within the program. I mean, I really think Florida has a shot this year to be a lot better than what they have been. It's going to come down to quarterback play again with them. Unfortunately, they're in a weird quarterback situation and battle. But yeah, I think they're going to be a good team with years to come. Maybe not this year specifically. I think they'll probably sneak in at the rankings near the end of the year, in my opinion. But I'm just a big fan of how he does things. I think Florida. I think he was a home run hire for that program with where they were. So I'm excited to see.
Let's start out 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of juice there.
They could start out 5
No.
no. Could start out.
There's a world.
5-1.
There's a world, is all I'm saying. I mean, Summerall, if there's one guy that
If they start out 5-1, man, shit.
There's one.
I don't think they beat Ole Miss, but they'll beat Auburn. I think they'll beat Missouri. They could beat South Carolina.
It's gonna be.
I don't think they beat Texas.
It's gonna be interesting. But all I know is if there's one guy that can do this job and flip around the swamp, make it into that place that's so scary to play in, or at least used to be. I mean, it still is, but
not as quiet.
Yeah. So I think I'm really excited about Florida. That's the team I'm picking on there. Which one for you there, Tyler?
I mean, I kind of already named Clemson. I'm picking against them. I'm not excited about the quarterback play. I've heard the freshman's surprisingly close with Vizina.
Yeah.
I want to say his name is the starter Vizina.
Vizina.
He's a true freshman, and that's either, freshman's way ahead of schedule or Vizina kind of sucks. So, I mean, that's not something that gives me confidence because there's no way the freshman's like a T-Law or like a Deshaun Watson. Let's be real. He's not going to strike lightning in a bottle twice in like that short of time. I'm not. I worry about Clemson. I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to see Dabo do good again, but it's been on a downswing for years now, and they won the ACC like 2 years ago, but I don't know, dude. I'm not impressed. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going against the Tigers. But
we'll have to see. We will have to see. So I think that wraps up episode 1 here for the TD show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, like we said, our rankings drop the 31st, correct, Tyler?
31st, Monday. Yes. Glad to have y'all for our first episode. We did a little bit of a weird thing with college basketball there, but hey, we don't talk about that.
Yeah. We were just toying with the idea.
Testing. It was
testing with the idea.
That was a hobby.
Exactly.
That was for fun.
But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, every Monday at noon, you will be seeing these on your YouTube, clips on your Instagram. If you have not already, like, comment, subscribe. Go follow us on our other social media platforms. They're going to be in the description below. We look forward to providing you guys content all year long. A lot of content of me and Tyler arguing that will be inbound. Don't you worry, it happens a lot. But thank you guys for watching again. Like, comment, subscribe, and till next time, Hail State.
Who do you?